Welcome to Columbia, Missouri, and Faurot Field, named for the father of the split T, where the Missouri Tiger fans are hoping that they put together a big W. Today we have a top 25 matchup on hand with two of college football's premier teams preparing to slug it out. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the Pittsburgh Panthers, taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the Missouri Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Missouri ready to kick off to get us underway. And they desperately wanted to. But decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Here comes the offense on first down. Wide receiver shows motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. He's off to the races. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Trying to find his man on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Hit pushing the base. Wants to throw. It's Holstein. It's caught. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The play-action fake. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And guys, after the miss, no change in the score.
And just not enough leg on that kick. You see it just gets knocked down by the crossbar.
First down for this offense. Used the play fake, now to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his man, it's Stevens. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to the ground game on the left. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Scanning the field, it's Cook. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
6 yards on the play. 2nd down. That's the end of the first quarter with the game scoreless.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Wide receiver coming across in motion. With jet sweep pass. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
And the Tigers come to the line trying to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch, he's got enough. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
And man, that play looked a little bit too easy. 4th down, big situation. You got to get up on these receivers and make it difficult. He gets the football right away, gets all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. And the score comes on a pass from 40 yards out. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Hit right back to the line. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking...
Afterburners coming. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! Reeled it in and just made the house call. He'll try to tack on one more. Smashes it through for the PAT. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Johnson. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. Perhaps emboldened by converting a fourth down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. And he intercepts it. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
Great job by the safety. You see safeties back in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes, understanding where he's throwing the football. Great break, great interception.
The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity.
Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers.
Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Number 11.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Johnson. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Fires to the wideout. And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one. Missouri wants to go fast. They'll run play action. He'll off one deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on. Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be...
Fires into traffic, intercepted. Takes it the other way. The 20, past the 10. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Panthers. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the screen.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
You've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in this.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Nothing but green grass down the middle. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Missouri!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
So they got the touchdown now, going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
To the air, it's Holstein. Got his man in the middle. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on third and long from the 28. That's caught. It's Johnson. Still on his feet at the 45. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Corners are going to bail. Going up top on first down. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds. After the misfire now on second down. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch. It's Mumpfield. Brought down at the 28. A chunk play. 15 yards on that one, and a first down. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3-spot on the board. It's good. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. Pitt will try to boot this thing deep to start the second half. Fair catch called for and made. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football, Palmer, out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
And it's picked off for the third time today. Got room on the return. And what a big play here, and the return takes it back inside the 25. And the offense came out aggressively here in the second half, but they can't put the drive together and spit it up on the turnover.
I'll tell you, this defense has a lot of athletes, and they've got a lot of guys with ball speed.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Well, just nothing happening that time for the QB, right? RPO keeps it. He's trying to throw, nobody there. He tries to buy time, getting out to his right-hand side, but the defense took everything away and just forced the quarterback to have to eat the football.
He's got his man. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Pitt! And they take it in for 6 more points. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. Missouri gets to the line quickly.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end. Offense set on 1st down. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. What a snag by the defense. Taking it the other way. Inside the 30. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. There was not good location on the throw. He got away from him a little bit. The defense able to come up with a big pick.
Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Quarterback on the move, still looking. With the catch, it's Burden. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is good, but they still trail 31-21. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. So they've got the lead down to 10 here. A little more interesting as they're set to kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Back to pass. It's Holstein. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. Oh, picked off. Trying to take it back. And after making the interception, a terrific return to put his offense in great field position at the 42.
Man, these defenders practice this all week long. It's locating the football with your eyes. Great job being in position, but also, how about getting your head around and locating the ball in the air so you can go up, pick it off for the defense.
Mizzou has him back in the offense coming out on the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. The lone back's got it. And they'll move the chains with the first down. That might be it for the 3rd quarter.
31, Missouri, 21.
Mizzou trying to cash in on a red zone trip.
Get set.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Using his legs to buy some time. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Missouri wants to go fast. Quarterback will audible. To the air, it's Cook. Gets rid of it. Finds his big tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. They got the score they needed, but this isn't over.
No, don't call it a comeback yet. The first part, step 1 accomplished. This offense obviously still has work to do, but the defense has to go out and get a stop and get him the ball back.
And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 31-28. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. after throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? You're going to be a great player. You got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing, you need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
Now, this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. Pulls it in. It's Williams. At the 45 on his way. And he's running in the open. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds. The Panthers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Holstein. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
This defense is heating up. They got an interception the last possession. You could tell breaking on the football really, really well. Seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it. Almost had another interception.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that's a big play for the defense, playing at home. You're trailing. You need to create takeaways. You got to get the ball back. Nice job breaking on that one and knocking it away.
DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Throws to the back. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass. They're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incompletion, setting up for it.
Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. It's still a 3-point game after the miss.
All right, there's still life in the opponent because this team just had a chance to pad their lead with that field goal try. They knock it off the post. We've still got a good ball game.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And they'll take over 1st and 10.
The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. And they come out with a field goal lead. Defense just got to stop now to capitalize, David.
Yeah, keep the momentum going, right? Defense did a great job. They held serve, got you the football back, Jesse. Let's go get some points.
I'm curious to see how they're going to do this. Are they going to be aggressive after the defense got the stop and take a shot, or are they going to try to be more conservative here and bleed the clock?
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Looking to pass. It's Holstein. Quarterback now breaking the field. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Feeling some heat. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
And this is why it's so nice to have a guy under center you can trust. You understand the situation. 3rd and long, I want to go get this 1st down, but I'm in field goal range. I got a chance to go up by more than a field goal. Nice job throwing the football away when he didn't see the look he wanted.
Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. First order of business here, don't give up a big return, then the defense just has to keep them out of the end zone. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Okay, one possession game. You've got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground quickly, David.
You got to be smart. Can't throw in front of the sticks. Can't get tackled in front of the sticks. Make sure we're taking some shots down the field, chewing up some yards. Jesse, the defense will be vulnerable here.
Yeah, and I think because of that, David, offensively, you got to have a plan. You got to know where your best matchup is out on the perimeter and who can make the big catches here in small windows.
Line gets set, first down. Dropping back, it's Cook. He's taking a deep shot. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock as the offense moves closer, trying to pull it out.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Missed receiver there, it's incomplete.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
A shot toward the end zone. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
That's a tough deal for the offense, right? I mean, you're trailing, it's late in the game, you're having to throw the football, you're just trying to make something happen, and all gets away from the quarterback.
The ball is out behind the line. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
Short fields make successful offenses, just what they want here. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Touchdown, Missouri! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
Man, how about the execution by this offense? Taking almost all of the clock, tying this football game, and now get that kicker loose. No pressure at all. Go kick that thing through the uprights, and you get the big W.
And it's good. They're on top, and they'll try to hang on in the waning seconds. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away. They've got to push the ball down the field. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Using the quick game. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. To the air, it's Holstein. Throws to the tight end. And that is interception number 3 on the day.
They're going to come back in this game. They're just going to need better decision-making. And they're obviously down right now, but they've got to know when to take shots, know when to check the football down, and wait for the right opportunity. That hasn't happened for this young team.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. when we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses in this game. It was no different.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.